Hello, dear test takers. Welcome to my Grammar for Success channel. I'm Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I'm going to explain the grammar questions given in the 2017 TET paper 1. In today's video, I'm going to explain the grammar questions given in the 2017 TET paper 1. I have already told you that solving and practicing the previous year's question papers will not only help you get acquainted with the kinds of questions and the posing of the questions, but also help you get more confidence over the subject. Therefore, I request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request you, if at all you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if possible, please share it with your near and dear ones. Thank you so much. And now let's get into the video. 61 to 65, read the following passage. You know very well, in your question paper, your grammar questions will begin from 61st serial number onwards. Okay, so 61 to 65, at the beginning of the grammar questions, he has given you a passage. You have to read this passage and answer the questions. That is so simple. And here some passage is given. You have to read this lengthy passage and you have to understand it. Afterwards, 5 questions will be given under this. 4 alternatives under each question will be given. You have to choose the right answer. That is only the job you have to do, right? And now let me read this passage for you and explain it to you. Okay, right. Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, this passage is all about Rabindranath Tagore and his prestigious school Shantiniketan, right? And now Rabindranath Tagore's emergence as an educator was completely a matter of personal development, a necessary outcome of the entire course of his life and experience. Okay, here Rabindranath Tagore has emerged as an educator. You know very well, Rabindranath Tagore was a poet, but he also, came out as an educator. Educator means as a teacher, as you can say, one who imparts education to all. Okay, as an educator, and this becoming an educator is a completely a matter of personal development. It's only because of his personal advancement, personal progress only, and this personal progress was caused by a necessary outcome of the entire course of because of his life and experience. You know very well, he is the way he lived the life, and he got so much of experience, lots of experience and style of living, and these two things have helped him get a wonderful personality, and because of that great personality he could emerge, or he could develop into an educator, right? And he was born into a house which had been a center for numerous ethnic and social movements. You know very well, he was born in a jamindari family. He was born in a great family which had been a center for numerous means varieties of various, ethnic means racial, social means very well movements. So that his house was a center for various social and racial movements, and a nucleus of all sorts of progressive ideas and actions. And his house is actually a center for all progressive, advanced, progressive ideas and actions. Okay, and here Tagore absorbed all the rich and varied elements of Eastern and Western culture that made him a cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan means, because he had imbibed. Yes, absorbed means what? Imbibed, taken in what? The elements of Eastern and Western culture. So anybody who becomes accustomed to different cultures is called a cosmopolitan. Here Rabindranath Tagore was accustomed to, or habituated to, or acquainted with Eastern culture and Western culture, and therefore he has become a great cosmopolitan, right? And now let us see the meaning of the second paragraph. Tagore found his days in traditional school wasteful and oppressive, and as a matter of fact, Tagore began his school life in a traditional school that was, in his opinion, very wasteful and oppressive. Wasteful means just useless. Oppressive means unreasonably burdensome, making the students buy more books, more notebooks, more textbooks, and carrying all of them to school and learning this and that. And oppressive means very severe. Okay, school work was very severe in those days. So that kind of school work, oppressive and wasteful school work, he did not like at all. And therefore, what did he do? He had acquired more knowledge by self education. Generally, this is not possible with anybody, but here it became possible with Rabindranath Tagore. He learned so many things only through what is that self education, that gave shape and direction to his numerous powers and potentialities. And his self-education gave him or made him fully powerful and fully potential. So he acquired so many powers and so many potentialities. Potentialities means capabilities. Okay, right. He evolved as an educated par excellence. He evolved as an educated. He became a well-educated person par excellence. Par excellence means excellently. He could become what is that? An educated person of excellence, of par excellence. So that is that. Tagore was at home in humanities as well as sciences. No, he was at home means, here at home is given. At home means he was good at. That means he was proficient in, he was skilled in both humanities and sciences. Sciences you know very well. Humanities means subjects like arts, philosophy and languages. They are called humanities. And sciences you know very, physics, chemistry, botany, geology, like that. Besides having a strong poetic sense, he had a strong poetic sense right from his childhood. Okay, in-depth intuition with philosophy. He has a deep, in-depth means deep knowledge of philosophy, right? And profound relation with music and arts. He was also proficient in music and arts, and he used to sing a song. He was a very good singer. He was a very good musician also. Musician come singer. That is the greatness of. And he was also a great artist. Okay, he was a painter, for your information. So he had got so many talents in him. Okay, he was therefore a blessed person in that manner. And the next third paragraph, the tangible embodiment of his realization was Shantiniketan. He had a dream to start a school, and the tangible embodiment. Tangible means visible. Embodiment means shape of this realization. His dream realized, yes, into what? Into what is called Shantiniketan. So he wanted to start a school. That was his dream, and he realized that dream by starting this Shantiniketan, a school, a prestigious school, a world famous school, right? It was founded on 21st December 1901. Okay, this is all about Shantiniketan and Rabindranath Tagore. I have already told you that. And at the land purchased by his father, Maharshi Devendranath Tagore, to establish a place for meditation. So actually, his father, Maharshi Devendranath Tagore, purchased that land, and that was meant for meditation. But here, this Rabindranath Tagore, this Maharshi Devendranath Tagore's son, Rabindranath Tagore, utilized that place for starting a school. That is the meaning. He started that on 21st December 1901. Right, clear information is being given. Initially means at the beginning, there were 5 students, all boys and all Bengalis. At the beginning, when he started that Shantiniketan school, only there were five boys, and they are all from Bengal, right? And 4 of them from Kolkata. And the fifth, the founder's son. Founder's son means, this Rabindranath Tagore's son was also his own student. So in this way, 5 students were there. With the 5 students, he started his school life. That is okay. And you go to the 4th paragraph. Rabindranath Tagore himself described Shantiniketan as his tangible poem. So he described this Shantiniketan as his tangible poem. Tangible poem is a visible poem. He is comparing that Shantiniketan with the visible poem, and also as the boat. He also describes it as his boat, or the golden boat, sonar tori in Bengali language, and here carried the best cargo of his life. Okay, he compares this Shantiniketan as his boat, yes, and that boat has taken his life, yes, through so many problems and all that, it carried him till his end. So that is the meaning of that. In a letter to the Prince of Tripura, he once wrote a letter to Tripura, the Prince of Tripura, the poet educator. He is poet come educator, poet as well as educator. That's why he says poet educator wrote. What is that? I wish to keep my students away from all the luxuries of European life, and any blind infatuation with Europe, and he wrote to the Prince of Tripura saying that he wanted to keep his students away from European luxuries and European style of living. European life means British life, that was so luxurious, so comfortable. Okay, that is there. So that's why he said, in that letter, that he would keep away all his students away from that luxurious life of the Europeans. And what is that? And blind infatuation with Europe. And in those days, the people used to have some kind of blind infatuation. Infatuation means strong love for something, strong liking for something is called infatuation. In Telugu, we can say Vyamohamu. Even today also, many people have a kind of infatuation for America. They want to go to America. They don't want to go to England, Australia, New Zealand, and to other countries. They want to go to only America because, they were very much infatuated with America. Infatuation, having strong love for something. So that thing he condemned. He said, in that letter that he did not want his students to have blind infatuation with Europe, and thus led them in the ways of sacred, and he wanted to lead them in the ways of sacred and unsullied Indian tradition of poverty. So he said he wanted to lead his students in the ways, in the sacred ways, and unsullied. Unsullied means spotless and stainless or immaculate, okay, pristine tradition of Indian tradition of poverty. He wanted to guide them in the immaculate traditions of India. So that is what he said in that letter. And the world responded and honored him not merely as a poet, but as a poet educator. So afterwards, the world responded and honored, that revered Rabindranath Tagore, respected Rabindranath Tagore not merely as a poet, but as a poet educator. That means he was a poet come educator, teacher, and he was called Gurudeva. So the whole world even today remembers Tagore as Gurudeva, as poet educator. This is the meaning of this, you can say, a passage. And now you are going to see 5 questions under this passage, with each, with 4 alternatives under each question. You have to read the question and you have to answer answer from those given options. Okay, and I cannot come back to this passage again, and therefore I will take the help of my iPhone. Right. Now let us solve the questions. What are the questions? Answer the following questions choosing the right option. Right. 61st question is there. Tagore turned cosmopolitan. First question. Tagore turned cosmopolitan. I have already told you about the cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan means any person who is accustomed to different cultures, who is acquainted with different cultures, is called a cosmopolitan. Here Tagore turned cosmopolitan. So here 4 options are given. Since he was traditional, no, this is wrong. Since he was a self-educator, no. Since as he observed Western and Eastern culture, this is right. And for being a poet, no. So these 3 are not correct, and only the third one is the right one. Okay, and let's go to the next one. Tagore had strong poetic sense. Besides, it is given in the passage, second passage itself. Tagore besides having a strong poetic sense, as an in-depth intuition with philosophy and profound relationship with music and arts. This is there. So here Tagore had strong poetic sense. Besides, that means in addition to what? In addition to proficient in psychology, proficient in music and arts, being adept in sports, being tactical. What is the right one here? You know very well. Proficient means having exceptional knowledge is called proficient. You are proficient means you have exceptional knowledge in some subject. So proficient in psychology, no, this is wrong. He was proficient in philosophy, not psychology. Don't get confused, please. In the textbook, in the passage, it was given he was proficient in philosophy, not in psychology. Therefore, this is a mistake. And then comes what is that? Proficient in music and art. This is right. Being adept in sports. No, he was not a player. He was not interested in proficient in sports. This is not correct. Being tactical. No. So in this way, 1, 3, 4. These 3 answers are wrong. Only the second one is right. And now let's go to the next question. Shantiniketan was founded. This is the third question. Shantiniketan was founded when? As an education center for Bengalis, Was it founded to make it an educational center for Bengalis? No. To impart education amongst the poor? Does he want to teach the poor through this Shantiniketan? No. As a center for meditation? Does he want to make it a meditation center? No. Yes. To what is that? To realize Tagore's dream. Only to realize his dream. His dream, what was his dream? To impart education to all kinds of people. Okay, he wants to impart a wonderful education, traditional education, and good education, excellent education to all the people. That was only his dream. And to realize the dream, he started this Shantiniketan. And therefore, Shantiniketan was founded not because of these three reasons. It was started only to realize his dream. That is the answer, right? Now let's go to the next question. Tagore wrote, I wish to keep my students Indian tradition of poverty. This matter, no, this letter, he wrote a letter to somebody. Who is that somebody? Here he is asking you that question. The government of India? No. The government of Bengal? No. The Prince of Tripura? Yes. The Prince of Patna? No. So here, these 1, 2, 4 are wrong, and only the third one is the right one according to the passage. He wrote this letter to the Prince of Tripura. And now let's go to the last question. 65th question. 65th question. Tagore attributes a tangible poem to. Tangible means visible. I have already told you about this. Visible means clearly seen. Chuda dagina. That's the Telugu meaning. Right. Tagore attributes his tangible poem. Attributes means he dedicates his tangible poem. What is that tangible poem? What is the tangible poem here? Indian subcontinent is a tangible poem? No. Yes. No. Is philosophy? No. Is with disciples? No. Only his Shantiniketan is his tangible poem. Clearly seen poem. It's a kind of poem, of course. It's a poem that can be clearly seen. Okay. In that way, this was his tangible poem. Right. In this way, the passage you have read and understood, you have answered all these 5 questions. 66 to 70. Okay. 66 to 70 means again 5 questions are given on a passage that has 5 numbered blanks. For each blank, 4 alternatives are given. Again, this is a question based on a passage. Okay, and you have to read that passage, and in that passage there are 4 blanks, and for each blank 4 alternatives are given, and out of these 4 alternatives you have to choose the right one. That is going to be your job, right? And now let us see the questions. Identify the correct option for each blank. Okay, there's a question. Here is the passage. Now you look at this passage, because I cannot come back to this passage while answering the questions, because it's not possible. It's a PowerPoint presentation, and that's why I cannot come back. Hi, I am Renu. Hi, I am Renu, right? Well, I dash as the 4th child in a family of 7. I dash as the 4th child of a family of 7. So in that family there are 7 members, and she was and that Renu means she was she was brought up as the 4th child. Okay, it was fun. I never dashed to look for friends. So she never looked for any friends, right, to play with each other but we were always great friends, because in that family itself there were 7 members. Okay, it is a 7-member family apart from parents. Okay, and this Renu did not need other friends to play with. She used to play with her sisters and brothers and sisters of that family. So they were only her friends. That is the meaning of this, right? On the other side, food was not in plenty. So in that house, there was no plenty food, because when it is a family of 7 members means it must be a big family. Okay, in that big family, generally food will not be plenty. Okay, unless they are very rich, they cannot find plenty of food. Okay, and because my father's dash income, what is that income? Was not anything much, and his father's income was not anything much, right? We had to share many things in our life, and they learnt to share many things amongst them only. Okay, there are 7 members. They shared things among themselves. Okay, well, that taught me how to share and be happy. Okay, even that helped them learn the art of sharing. Nowadays the children don't know sharing. Whatever you have, you should share with others. Sharing with others is a really very important aspect, and the parents should teach their children the sharing. That's very important. Okay, she learned how to share and be happy with the dash we had. The best part of it was that we all learned to eat that came our way. So the best thing in that family, whatever they had found, whatever they got, they ate with that food only, and they were very happy. So this is, a small passage. There are 5 blanks given in this passage. Now let us see the questions. I cannot come back to this, please. Now let us see the questions. 66th one: grew on, grew away, grew out, grew up. Okay, these are the 4 questions, and let me take the help of this one. Okay, and here, okay, this I am reading it from the passage. I'm reading from my iPhone. Well, I dash as the 4th child. I dash as the 4th child means I grew on. No, this is wrong. I grew away, wrong. I grew out, wrong. I grew up is the right one. Why this is right and why all these things are wrong? Now you see the meaning of them. You can understand that. Grew on. Grew on means, let me talk to you in the present tense form. Grow on. Grow on means one that grows on somebody, means he is getting addicted to that. Some nowadays, the students are, tobacco is growing on them, growing on the youngsters. That means that is becoming a habit of them. Okay. So the bad habits are growing on the youngsters. That means that is growing on means the students are getting addicted, used to those things. That is the meaning. Grow on, get addicted. Grow out, sorry, grow away. Grow away. Grow away means to go away from the friend, to defriend. That is the meaning. So nowadays Mohan is growing away from her girlfriend. He is growing away from his girlfriend means he is going away. He is defriending her. That is the meaning. Okay. So, and grew out. Grew out means what? So, for example, if anything grows out means, suppose somebody has colored his hair. After a few days, what happens? His hair grows out. Grows out means loses its color. Whatever the color he applies to his hair, black or brown or whatever. After a few days, it grows out. Grows out means it vanishes, it decreases. Grow out means vanish or decrease. Grow on means become a habit. Grow away means do defriend. Grow up means to grow from one stage to another stage. Grow up means peruguta in Telugu. So here in this context, what is very apt, what is very suitable means, well, I dash as the 4th child. Well, I grew up as the 4th child is the right one. So that's why this is right and these are wrong. Right. You go to the next one. You go to 67th one. Had, have, liked, has. So here, let me read the question. It was fun. I never dashed to look for friends. I never dashed to look for friends means I never had to look for friends or have to look for friends. Like to look for friends, has to. So of this, this one is wrong, this one is wrong, this one is wrong. Only the had is I never had, because the sentence is the previous sentence. The main clause is in the past tense. So it was fun. It was fun. It is in the past tense. Automatically the succeeding sentence, the remaining sentence, the next sentence must be in the past tense. So only this piece is in the past tense. Okay. Have is present tense, has is present tense, and here like it is also, like it is not suitable in that context. So these 3 things are wrong. Only this one is the right one. Right. And you go to the next one. 68th one is the grand, sole, joint, huge. What is the blank here? What is that? On the other hand, food was not in plenty because my father's dash income, father's dash income. What should be there? Father's grand income, will you say? Father's sole income, sole means only income. Joint income, huge income. No, grand income is not correct. Joint income not correct. Huge means lots of, big income. So when the income is very big, how can they say the food is not in plenty? Here the sentence is not in plenty. Food was not in plenty. That means food was scarce in that family. Grand is not fitting in that. Joint is not fitting in that. Huge is not fitting in that. Only sole is fitting in that. Sole means only. His father's sole income means only income. That means he has no other sources of income. That is the meaning. Sole income means generally some people will have salary his sole income. Okay, salary is his income, and apart from this, he will get rents from his houses. He will get income from what is that agriculture, and he will get income from business. So these are the other sources of income. But here, this father, Renu's father, does not have any source of income except salary. That's why it is called sole income. 69th one is there. Very little, little, a little, the little. Okay, and here what is that? We have to share many things in our life. Well, they taught me how to share and be happy with the dash we had. With the dash we had. Dash we had means, here 4 options are given. So, very little, no, little, no, a little, no. This one is the right. Why this is right and why others are wrong means you must know that clearly. Here, little, this little gives what is that? Little means practically nil. Little, practically nil. Practically nil. Hardly any. Hardly any means not at all. Not at all. It gives a negative meaning. Negative. And a little means, what is that? Some, not much, but some. It gives what is that, positive meaning. Okay, positive meaning. Little. I have a little hope of getting through this TET examination. A little hope means some hope. I have little hope of getting through this exam means no hope at all. Little gives a negative meaning. A little gives a positive meaning. And here, the little is also there. The little means what is that? What all that is there. That is the meaning. Akkadentunte anta in Telugu meaning. I drank the little water in the bottle. I drank whatever the water remaining in the bottle. That is the meaning. Little means negative meaning. A little means some. The little means whatever that is there. So here, very little, no at all. So in this blank, you see that. In this blank, what happens? We were happy. Okay. How to share and be happy. We learned to be happy with the dash we had. Dash we had means the little we had. Whatever that was there. With that, we were happy. You go to the next question, 70th one. Everything, something, anything, and nothing. These are the 4 important words. Okay. Everything means all. Something means some. Nothing means nothing, not at all. You know the meaning of these 4 words. Anything means anything you can tell. So here, what is the blank here? The best part of it was that we all learned to eat dash that came our way. Dash we learned to eat dash that came our way means everything that came our way. If something that came our way? No. Anything that came our way? Nothing that. So here, everything that came our way. Okay. Everything means all that came our way. No. Something, no. Nothing, no. Anything that came. If they came across some roti, they had it. If they had come across some, we can say, rice, they ate it. Whatever, anything that came across. Edi vallaku labiste, whatever is available, that they had consumed. So anything is apt in this blank. Now let's go to the grammar questions. 71st question is there. Oh, big questions are being given, sir. Okay, so read the conversation openers. Conversation openers means beginning sentences of the conversation, right? Labeled as 1, 2, 3, and 4, given on the left, and their responses as A, B, C, D on the right. Now we have to match these 2 things, okay? Conversation openers with responses, okay? See the style of questioning, okay? Every time he is giving you this kind of question. So why we are practicing the old question paper, why we are learning the old question paper means only to get acquainted with the kinds of questions. This is the kind of question you are likely to come across in your forthcoming examination also. And that's why now you need not get confused in the examination. Oh, conversation openers will be given on one side and its responses, their responses are given on the other side. And we have to match both of them. So this question is frequently being given. So you are now getting acquainted with this kind of questioning, right? And now let us see the conversation openers and their responses. Okay, These are conversation openers and these are responses. Now we have to match both of them. Okay, right. How is it going? Your friend is asking you, and these are your answers, these are my answers. Think I am your friend. I'm saying, how is it going on? What do you say? How is it going on? How everything is going on? ఎలా ఉంది వ్యవహారం, ఎలా జరుగుతుందంతా కూడా, సంథింగ్ యూ సే వెన్ యూ మీట్ యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్. హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్? దెన్ వాట్ యూ సే? ఎస్, what do you say? You say great. Yes, what do you say? You say great. That means no is equal to no, B is the right one. How is it going on? Then you say what? Great. How are you? Great. Nowadays, my grandson who lives in the USA says, how are you, my dear grandson? I say, I'm great, Tataya. I'm great. Great, he says. Great is nowadays, I'm all right, or something like that, gone. And you say, great. How is it going on? Great. Lovely weather. I'm saying, lovely weather. Oh, lovely weather. Then what do you say? What do you say? Will you say same here? Bye for now? Yes, it is. What do you say? Here, you say, yes, it is. Ah, it is there. So here, okay. Sorry. Okay, 2D is there. Right. 1B, 2D. Okay. I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch means what? I'll be in touch means I'll be talking to you. I'll be calling you. That's the meaning of this. And what does the other person say? Okay, I'll be in touch. When I say I'll be in touch, you say bye for now. So that's why C is the right one. For this conversation opener, this is the relevant match. Okay, like that. It has been very interesting talking to you. Fourth sentence, fourth conversation opener, and fourth answer. 4 plus 4 means automatically the remaining one is only the right. So here, what is that? A. So these 1B, 2D, 3C, 4A. Now let us see the answers here. Where is that answer option? Let us see the options. 1, B, C, D, A. No. So B, okay, B is there. D, okay. C, okay. A, okay. So the second one is the answer, and 1, 2, 1, 3, 4 are wrong. You can easily understand. Now let's go to the next question. 72nd question. The underlined part in word is pronounced in the same way as the letter S in measure. Find it. Find it out. So if you know the phonetic transcription, phonetic symbols, phonetic pronunciation, you can answer this question very easily. At least you should have some basic idea about the phonetics and phonetics transcription and all that. And here, yes, how is yes pronounced in this measure? So I'll write the phonetic transcription. Okay, measure, measure. This ja, measure. That's all. But the actual pronunciation, measure. How do you measure it? Measure. So measure, R is silent. Last R is always silent. That's why measure. This is the phonetic transcription. And this yes is giving this ja sound in this word. Okay, clear? The same sound in which word is it giving? Let us see that. 4 options are given: accent, dowsing, garage, passion. Now, can you identify that sound? Accent. So let me write the phonetic transcription. Ac. This is accent, accent, and here dowsing is there. Okay, or let me write here dowsing. Dowsing. Douse. Ow. Dowsing. Don't say dozing. Dowsing means to sleep lightly is called dowsing. Okay, dowsing. This is the phonetic transcription. Garage is there. This is the phonetic transcription. Ga, ga. Raj, sound. Garage. Okay, it's there. And passion is there. Pa. Okay. Pa, sha. Sha is always long, yes. You know the phonetic symbols. Passion, passion, dowsing, accent, garage. So where this the pronunciation of the measure is there? What sound is this yes being given in this word measure? It is giving this jaw sound. Where is this jaw sound? Not in this, not in this, not in this, only in this. So this 73rd question is there. Remember one thing. This question given in 2017 TET paper 1 was again given in 2022 TET paper 2. See that? Same question is being repeated. That's why no, there is an advantage in practicing or solving the previous year's question papers. Sometimes the same questions may be repeated. That is an advantage. In that way, you are likely to get some 3-4 marks like that. At least on the shade of that meaning question. At least slightly differently, slightly different question may be given. Okay, if not as it is question, this is given as it is in 2022 TET paper 2. This is given, right? And now here let us see what is the question. The question is given like this: we unlocked the door and entered our apartment. We were shocked to find the whole place in disarray. Disarray means disorder. Okay, what is the question? What is asking? Identify the verb in passive voice. Okay, verb in passive voice in the above passage. Where is the verb? These are all they are given in color, because in order to identify, and which verb is in the passive voice, that you have to identify, right? And now here, what is that? Find, unlocked, entered, shocked. Which word is in the passive voice? But to learn this, we have to learn. I'll give you a small tip. Please keep this point in your mind. Okay, yes, this may be helpful to you in your future examinations. So what are the first? I'll tell you the features of passive voice. Okay, features. Okay, features of passive voice. PV means passive voice. Let me write like this. Passive, PV means passive voice. I don't want to write it fully. Features. What are the features? Number one. Okay. B form. What's the B form? Is am, is, are, was, were. These are the B forms. Plus PP, past participle form of the verb. A verb has 4 forms: present tense form, present participle form, past tense form, past participle form, and so you people say V1, V2, V3, V4, something like that. But this is past participle form. The last form of the verb is. Whenever you find this pattern, you must immediately think this is in the passive form, passive voice. Okay, am, is, or, was, were plus B form, past participle. Okay, and the second one is there. What is that? Am, is, are. Okay, was, were. Okay, plus being. Okay, being plus PP. Am being, is being, are being, was being, were being plus PP. This pattern is also a passive voice. Okay, immediately must think helping verb B form plus being plus PP. That is the passive voice. Okay, third one is there. What is that? Has been, have been. Okay, had been. Okay, right. So this plus PP, had been plus PP, have been plus PP, has been plus PP. That is passive form. Okay, this all these things are in passive. And the last thing here is what is that? Shall be, will be, should be, would be, can be, could be, may be, might be, must be plus PP. Please keep these 4 points in your mind. These are all passive voice forms. Okay, now let us check. Unlocked, it's a plain verb. Entered, plain verb. Find, plain verb. But here the shocked is given with a B form. B form plus B form is am, is, are, was, were. These are the B form. So B form, and all put together I say B form. So B form plus PP, what is that? Passive voice. B form plus being plus PP, passive form. Have plus have, has been, have, has, had plus been plus PP, passive form. Shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, might, must plus be plus PP, passive form. So something like that. Here shocked is used with B form. So this is in the passive voice. These 3 are the plain verbs. Plain verbs means active voice verbs, and this is only in the passive voice. So here, what do you understand? Not correct, not correct, not correct. Okay, sorry, shocked is the right one. Okay, right. Now let's go to the next question. Now 74th question. I saw him crossing the bridge. So this is a question. Okay. What is the examiner asking you to do? The structure of the underlined part. Okay. The of the sentence is, okay, the structure of the underlined part is what? What is that? Subject, verb, pronoun. These are all structures. Structures means, in other words, you can call them verb patterns. Okay, verb patterns. So there are given 4 patterns, and which of these 4 patterns, will go with this sentence? That thing we have to understand. So here, I, subject is there. Okay, everything. Sa, verb is there. Okay, in all these things. Him, pronoun is there. Okay, here only pronoun is given. Now, not noun. Okay, these 2 things are gone. I, subject. Sa, verb. Okay, pronoun. Here, him is a pronoun. Okay, here pronoun is there, here pronoun not here. Therefore, these 2 things are already gone, eliminated, right? And now here crossing is there. Crossing is what? It is what? A present participle form. So this is correct. So this is not gerund. Gerund is nothing but a verbal noun. Present participle means it's only a verb. It indicates the continuous activity. Okay, and that's why, what is that? It's not an infinitive. Okay, it's not a past participle verb. So that's why. So here, now you all understand this. First one is the right one. Subject, verb, pronoun, and present participle. What's the meaning of? I saw him crossing the bridge. It's not gerund. Gerund means what? How will it be? They taught me. It is a noun. They taught me. What is that? Cooking. Action is continuing. I saw him while he was crossing the road. That's the meaning. That it is not so. Therefore, it's not a gerund, it is a present participle. Okay, you can understand. Okay, let's go to the next question. 75th one. There is no coffee. Would you like a cup of tea instead? This is a very interesting one. And every time this kind of question is being asked in the examination. Style is the same. Format is the same. Questions are changing, that's all. Only the questions are changing. Style is the same. Format is the same. Okay, right. Same question on the verb patterns. One question is compulsory in your TET, and a question on parts of speech compulsory. Okay, right. Here he has given you this word, and he is asking you to identify that part of speech. What are the options given here? And preposition, conjunction, adjective, adverb. 4 options are given. And what is that word? Let us identify its parts of speech. Okay, preposition. No, because if it is a preposition, what happens now? What is a preposition? A preposition is a word which stands before a noun or a pronoun and joins it to the rest of the sentence. A preposition is a word, okay, which stands before a noun or a pronoun and joins to the rest of the sentence. So here, is it doing the job? Is there any noun or pronoun after that? No. Therefore, it is not a it's not a preposition. Okay, and here conjunction. It is also not a conjunction. Conjunction always joins 2 words or 2 sentences, 2 statements. Hari and Gopal went to the market, and is joining Hari and Gopal is a conjunction. Okay, 2 words or 2 phrases or 2 statements is a conjunction. So it is not joining any statements or words. Okay, it's the adjective. Any word that describes a noun is called an adjective, and here it is not describing any noun. Therefore, it is not an adjective. And here, what is then? It is an adverb. It is an adverb because, so there is no coffee. Would you like a cup of tea instead? Instead means as a substitute, as an equivalent to that, as a substitute. Would you like a cup of tea? That man is asking. So instead is what? As an adverb. Instead of is a preposition. Only instead, adverb. 76th one. You make a face. You make a face. What is that? When you deliberately ignore them, these are the options. And he is asking you to give the meaning of this make a face. It is an idiom. It is an idiom. And asking the question is quite different. He is asking this question, it directly, in some questions, there will be a direct question. What is the meaning of this idiom? It's a direct question. But instead of asking you the meaning of an idiom directly, he has given a statement here. You make a face, and here he has given some 4 options. Now listen. You make a face when? Make a face means show dislike or disinterest or displeasure. Okay, you show your hatred. You don't like it. Okay, dislike. That's very important. So you make a face means you just pull your face back. Oh, like that. When you see something disgusting, what say? Oh my God, I can't. You put your face back. You pull your face back. That is called make a face. Where is that meaning? You first find out. You make a face when you deliberately ignore them. No. You when you want to control your laughter. No. Sometimes when you control yourself, something like that, you control your you can say then it's not also correct. And when you are not pleased about with something, when you are not pleased about something, so that is there, this is the right one. And when you accept it in a straightforward, this is also not correct. So when you are not pleased about something, when you don't like something, what do? Oh, I don't like it. Suppose you are offered something which you don't like. How do you look at that food? Suppose you are offered something you don't like. Do you want to eat that? You say, oh sorry sir. Then you say, pull your face back. Oh no sir. You put your face back, that is there. So here, when you are not pleased with about something, you make a face. So 70, this third one is the right one, all others are wrong, right? And now we go to the 77th question. Those who have learned English use terms like thank you and sorry more often than others who have not learned English. It means that, okay, whoever learns English will make use of the words sorry and thank you very frequently, and more frequently than those that have not learned English. Okay, that's quite easy to understand this one. Why that is so? That means language is arbitrary. Arbitrary means dictatorial, dominating. No, it's not like that. Language exhibits redundancy. Redundancy means you can say using double words to explain the same thing. For example, one example I'll give you to make you understand this redundancy. Free gift. It's a meaningless, you can say, phrase, Gift itself is free. Why saying free gift? Meaningless. Okay, free gift. Okay, basic fundamentals. Oh my God. Basic fundamentals. Fundamentals themselves are what is that basic? Then why do you say basic fundamentals? Okay, past history. One more example I'll give it. Past history. History itself deals with the past tense. History itself deals with past. Then why saying past history? Generally, people are in the habit of using double words. That is called redundancy. In Telugu also you say, gunde heart fail. Gunde you are saying, heart also you are saying. Paper kaitam. Koncham paper kaitam istava. Paper and kaitam, two things. So like that, in Telugu, in various languages, people use, excessive words, needless words to express one thing. So just like free gift. Gift itself is free. Why saying free? It's a meaningless. So that's called. So language exhibits didn't know. Language is creative. No. Language transmits culture. When you learn some language, the culture attached with that language, you can also acquire. You will also get that. With English language, this culture is there. In the English culture, what is that? They say thank you for every help you offer them. And for every fault, every mistake, they say sorry. This is their English culture. Because you are learning English, that English culture will also come to you. And that's why English learners will use this thank you and sorry more frequently than those that have not learned English language. So here, this is only the right one. Right. Now let's go to the next question. 78th one. Using gestures, expressions and actions is one of the techniques used to teach what? Gestures means you saigalu in Telugu you say. These are gestures. That means if somebody says, this is the language of the hands. Gestures are nothing but the language of the hands. Okay. Expressions means you express. Angry expression, a calm expression, some, funny expression, like that expression. Actions means you also act accordingly. So all these three things you use, these are the techniques you use to teach what? What? Here are the given four options. Grammar, no. While teaching grammar, you don't use all of them. Of course, you use only one of them. Spelling, no. Okay. Vocabulary, yes. Pronunciation also. So only while teaching vocabulary, you use gestures. Vocabulary. Stand up. You need not say sit down. Sit down, you need not say. What does your teacher say? Or Mahesh, what do you mean? What do you mean by this? Stand up. Hey, hey, like this means you sit down. That's the meaning. So when you teach vocabulary, you use gestures and expressions. Hey, what man? You express. Expressions are changing. So actions also. When you are teaching vocabulary, you also there is a hunchman, something like that. You bend your body. When you teach your students, you must act before the students. He's a layman. If you show it in that way, that vocabulary reaches the student perfectly well. So here, why I'm telling you all these things means only while teaching vocabulary. As far as my knowledge goes with this question, I think only when teaching vocabulary, gestures, expressions, actions are needed. Good teacher will use these three techniques, okay, to teach vocabulary. This is as far as my knowledge goes with this question, right? Okay, and now 79th one is the capital letters are not used where? Okay, options are given here, you pay attention. What's that? To begin each fresh line of poetry? No, because each line of poetry begins with a capital letter. To begin a sentence? No, because each sentence begins with a capital letter. To write the pronoun I and the O, the interjection O, so they are always written with a capital letter. So only to begin all adjectives, this is wrong. Okay, so here this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, only this is the correct. Capital letters are not used only to begin. To begin all adjectives, you describe God, merciful God, loving God, kind-hearted God. So all those adjectives are not capitalized. That means they don't begin with a capital letter. So here capital letters are not used to begin all adjectives which describe God. This is the right one, all others are wrong. 80th one among the following is not the suffix of adjectives. Okay, you know the suffixes of adjectives. Please learn the suffixes of adjectives. Okay, suffixes of adjectives, nouns, verbs, and all these things. Prefixes and suffixes are very important. One question is guaranteed from this suffixes and prefixes chapter. Okay, please have an idea, have a fair idea about suffixes and prefixes and infixes also if necessary. Right, identify that. What are the options given? Full is there. It's an adjective suffix. Okay, careful, beautiful. Two examples are enough, I think. Okay, less is there. Fearless, it's also a suffix of what's the heartless. Okay, some is there. Wholesome, milk is wholesome food. Wholesome. Okay, wearisome, alasatakaramina, wearisome. Then these three are the suffixes of adjectives, but not this one. Therefore, this is going to be your answer. Okay, with childhood, it's not a adjective suffix. Childhood, noun. Boyhood, noun. So this hood makes nouns, and full, less, some, these are all adjective suffixes, not this one. Right, you go to the next question. 81st one. No other democracy in the world is, choose the right option to complete the sentence. Right, what are the options? No other. No other means immediately you must remember. So this question is guaranteed in your TET examination. What is this question? It's a question on degrees of comparison. There are three kinds of degrees of comparison. Method 1, under method 1, type A, type B, type C. That's method 1. Method 2, method 3. These three methods are there. So this belongs to the second method. Okay, I'll just give you a small idea about this. What is that? Second and third methods. Please, second method features. You please remember this second method. What is that second method? Okay, superlative degree. What will be there in this? Superlative degree adjective plus of, all, the. Okay, superlative degree plus noun. Okay, this is the about super. Comparative degree adjective plus than any other, or comparative degree plus than all other. Okay, it is there. And positive degree, what are the features of positive degree? No other. The sentence begins with no other plus as plus positive adjective plus as. No other. As positive degree adjective, as. Okay, as will be there, or so as also is okay, considerable. So here these are the features of second method. Okay, please keep this point in mind. And third method also I'll give you for your convenience. Third method is there, superlative degree. What will be there? One of the method, one of the plus superlative degree. If there is one of the in the superlative, that is superlative degree. One of the, always one of the in the, so third method, superlative degree, one of the will be there. Okay, comparative degree, what is that? Comparative degree plus than, most or many other. This is there. Comparative degree plus than, most other, than many other. And positive degree, what will be there? It begins with very few. Okay, when you see very few, you must think it is third method positive degree plus what is that? As plus what is that? Positive degree adjective plus as. So as is common. As is common. Sometimes so is also common here. It is, but in the third method positive degree, as is only there. So here now no other democracy in the world is larger than India when it is positive degree. No other means positive degree. Then comparative adjective is not accepted. Right? Wrong. Largest superlative degree is not accepted. Okay, not so. Again, no other itself is negative. Then why not so? So that's why it's not as large as India. So this is okay. Now can you follow? Right. 82nd one. One among the following does not, what is that? Describe part of our body. So here he has given 4 options. One of the words, one of the options does not describe the body part. Okay, right, body. What is the, what are the what is that options? Plump, curly, wrinkled, trendy. So here what is that? Plump means obese or fat. So plump belongs to, pertains to body. He's a plumpy man. Chubby is very stout. He's a plumpy man. Okay, plump. Curly means having curls. She has curly hair. Curly hair means having curls. It also describes part of our body. Wrinkled, having wrinkles. Old people will have wrinkles. Wrinkles means what? Okay, having wrinkles on the skin. There will be wrinkles. Old people, due to old age, what happens? There will be furrows, there will be ridges on the body. You see, now I'm just 64, and now I'm developing some kind of ridges and furrows on my skin. You see that? This is quite common. You cannot say no to the wrinkles. It is, God's blessing. Right. Having wrinkles means on the skin means wrinkles. Trendy means very fashionable or up to date. See, these 3 words pertain to the body. The 3 words describe the part of our body, but not this one. Trendy. Trendy shoes, trendy leggings, trendy skirts, trendy dresses. Trendy means very fashionable. Right. Now let's go to the next question. 83rd one. The exchanges of a conversation between 2 people are given below in a jumbled order. So the exchanges means you say something, I say something. This is called one exchange. Good morning. You also say good morning. This is one exchange. How are you? I'm all right. This is one exchange. So in this way, some exchanges are given between 2 people. Okay. Now they are given in a jumbled order. So you have to keep them in an order. Okay, this is what you have to do. What are the conversation changes? Let us say, not too well. I'm beginning to hate my job. Hi George, how have you been? How come? What is the matter? I thought you quite liked it. So this is that. What do you say? Whenever you meet your friend, you say, hi George. This is the first sentence. Okay. How have you been? Hi George, how have you been means how are you? Then the other person says, not quite well. I'm not quite well. First you have to mark your answers like this. Not too well. Not too well means I'm not well. I'm not happy or something like that. And then after this, what is that? Yes. How come? What is the matter? How come means why? See, look at this. How come? How come you went there? How come means why did you go there? Why you went there? How come you did not attend the party yesterday? How come? How come means why. Please get acquainted with this word. How come means why. So here, when the other person said not too well, this man says, how come? How come means why? What is the matter? He said. Then that means, I am beginning. This is the therefore third sentence. Okay. I am beginning to hate my job. Okay. Then the other person said, no, Ray, I am beginning to hate my job, he said. Then this man says, the remaining one, I thought you quite liked it. I thought you liked your job. Now you say you hate your job. Why? Something like that. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sorry. 4, 5. 5 exchanges are given. Now let us see whether they are in order. Let us see the options. Okay. One means C. Here is C, here is C. These B, D are wrong actually. Let us eliminate them. Only C. Then what is that? A. Here A is there. Okay. But in the second option, D is there. Okay. Okay. That's why this is wrong. Okay. So automatically by after the second answer itself, we can strike it off. We can eliminate that. Okay. Here the first one is C, first one. 2, A, second one. 3, D is the second one. Third one. And B, what is that? B, I'm beginning to head. Fourth one. And I thought this is. So this is the absolutely right one. 2, 3, 4. These options are wrong. Okay. 84th one. Identify the correct question for the reply. No, they have to finance their own studies. This is the reply. And here are given. This is also very important. So see the posing of the question, framing of the question. Here he has given an answer, a reply. And here under that 4 questions are given. And you have to match the question with the reply. The question with the reply, because already answer is given. Now, what must be the question? Let us see the options then. Do they finance your studies? Do they finance your studies? This cannot be that, because that man is asking you. When he is asking about your studies, do you say, no, they have to finance their own studies? You don't say that. When this question is asked, you cannot give this reply. Right? Do students in your country get a grant? Grant means scholarship, education aid. Do students in your country get a grant? Yes. So this one, no, they have to finance their own studies. So this question, for this question, this is the answer. And even, look at this. This is not, this is right. And third one is also not right. Do you get credits for your exam? He's asking about your credits. Credits means ranks or something like that. No. This is that. For this question, you don't give this answer. Do you get a grant for your studies? He's asking about you, your studies. Do you get a grant for your studies? When the man is asking about your studies, do you say, no, they have to finance their own? No. That's why this first one, third one, fourth one are not the correct questions, because they are asked to you. They are posed to you. And here this second question is there. It is asked about the general students. Then you say, do students in your country get a grant? Then you say, no, they have to finance their own studies. That means they have to pay fees for the course they are studying. Okay. 85th one. Read the sentences A, B, C, D. Out of them, only 2 are grammatically correct. Okay. This is a very important question, and we have to identify those 2 sentences. Okay. Grammatically correct sentences. I am seeing the doctor at 10 o'clock. So here, this is wrong. It is because this verb cannot be used in the continuous tense. See, let me tell you one important note. This is this is going to be very useful for all your examinations. See, there are certain verbs. Okay, certain verbs are there. They are not normally used in the continuous tenses. We have as many as 6 continuous tenses. In any one of them, these verbs are not used. What are those verbs? Verbs of senses. Okay, verbs of senses. These verbs cannot be used. Senses means we have 5 senses. What is that? Seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, feeling. So these are the 5 senses. See, smell, hear, taste, feel. These are the 5 senses. These sense verbs cannot be used in the continuous tenses. So here see is there, it's a sense verb. Here he says, I am seeing. Of course, it can be used in with a different meaning, but it is there, but generally it is not used. Okay, it's there. And likewise, and verbs of feelings also there. Verbs of feelings. What are the feelings? Love, like, okay, dislike, hate, okay. So like that, these are the love, like, dislike, hate. These are all the verbs indicating feelings, emotions. They also cannot be used in the continuous tenses. You have to take a good picture about these things. Okay, right. So here, that's why this is wrong. I was wondering if you had single rooms. So this is correct. I am looking forward to. After looking forward to, remember this is also an important what is that sentence. After looking forward to, an informed verb is used, but in the examination they might give you a base form verb. So in that way they might give you a wrong thing. Okay, right. So here I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Okay, this is right. Okay, and here I am liking this music. This is also wrong. It is because already I have told you verbs of senses and verbs of what is that feelings are there. Verbs of feelings are there. What is that now? Love, like, what is it? Hate, dislike. These are the verbs indicating feelings. These verbs are also not used in the continuous tenses. They are generally used only in other tenses, not in the continuous tenses. So here liking is there. Like, so nobody will say I am loving you. So even if the hero is an uneducated one, he says I love you. Okay, he doesn't say I am loving you. No, I am liking you. Nobody says, because these verbs are not normally used in the continuous tenses. That's why this is used in the continuous tenses. Therefore, this is a mistake. Okay, in this way, first one, last one are mistakes, and B and C, these two are only the right one. And now let us see the options. What is that? So B and C, where are the B and C? Okay, this one, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is right. Last one is the right one. Now let's go to the next question. 86th one is that the British is sailing from Southampton early this morning. The British dash. Here is a dash. What is the dash? Now let us see the words given here. Identify the appropriate word to fill in the blank. This is the appropriate word. We have to fill in that. So what are the options given here? Fleet, herd, fleece, flock. So fleet means, what is that? A group of, what is that? Ships. A group of ships, a group of trucks, a group of planes. Okay, planes, these are there. And herd means what? A group of animals, large animals. A group of animals. Okay, a herd of cattle. Group of animals is called herd. And a flock means a group of, what is that? A group of birds. Okay, a group of birds or sheep. Okay, a flock of birds, a flock of sheep. Okay, we can. So these two groups are called flock, and animals like buffaloes, cows, and all that, we call them herd. A herd of cattle, sheep, and fleece means wool of a sheep. So here, which word fits in this herd? The British herd you don't say. The British flock you don't say. British fleece, British fleet only you say. Fleet means a group of ships. So here the first one is the right one. All others are the wrong one. And now you go to the next question. What is that? The file folder with a collection of learners' work assembled over a period of time is, what is that? Yes, here a journal. No, it's not a journal. Journal means a newspaper that is a record of current events or current transactions. So journal means, okay, it's a newspaper. Big book means it's a large book, in which the stories are written in big print, especially meant for small kids or children. Okay, diary means you know very well. Okay, here what is that? This portfolio is the right one. Portfolio is the folder with a collection of learners' work like lab reports, completed tests, and assignments, project work, and all these things are there in that. That students, learner means students' work, collection of students' work is there in this file. So that file is called portfolio. So this is not correct. This is not correct. This is not correct. Only the second one is the right one. Now let's go to the next question. 88th one, the correct choice of option among the alternatives. A multiple choice question is called. Okay, the correct choice or option Remember the correct choice or option among the alternatives in a multiple choice question. What is it called? Here, do you call it a key, stem, option, distractor? No. Stem you don't call, option you don't call, distractor you don't call, you call them. Now, out of these four options, you are choosing your answer. This is your answer. This answer choice is called, this correct choice is called the key. Now let's go to the next question. 89th one, last but one. One of the tools of formative assessment is, formative assessment means, this is aimed at testing the progress of a student. The teacher conducts various, you can say, tests to assess the student's caliber, whether he is progressing or regressing. That is the very important aspect for a teacher. The teacher has to know about the students, about her students or his students. So one of the tools of formative assessment, what is that? Here four options are given. Conventions of writing, is this a tool of formative assessment? No. Reading comprehension, is this a tool of formative assessment? No. And grammar? No. Only project work is a tool of formative assessment. Okay, as far as my knowledge goes with this project work, because in the project work means it will take just in the classroom what happens. Each student is given what's there, some 10 slips or 5 slips or 6 slips like that. He has to, on that slip, something is written, some sentence are written. The student is asked to keep them in an order. It's a small work, and through this small test, what happens? The teacher can understand whether the student is sharp or dull or. Sometimes a student is given, some quiz questions, some general questions. So something like that. She will conduct, or the teacher will conduct various tests, to assess the student's progress in the class. Okay. So that is called formative assessment. I think as far as my knowledge goes with this question, project work is the right answer and all others are wrong. Now let's go to the last question. 90th one. This is the last question. One of the features of diary writing. Diary you know very well. Some people, some educated persons will maintain a diary. They write. Diary is nothing but a record of personal activities every day, what they are doing, what they have done, what they have seen, whom they have met. Oh, so many personal record. Diary is nothing but a personal record of activities. And here, one of the features, what are the features of the diary writing means? Maintaining proper layout of the text? No, not necessary. Design and graphics? No, not necessary. Use of polite language? Not necessary. Use of language appropriate? That is only necessary. In the diary, you write the language, in the informal language only you write. And it doesn't need any formal language, any standard language. It can be written in the language appropriate to that person or the person who is writing that diary. Okay, right. So in this way, as far as my knowledge goes with this question, this is the right answer. And okay, dear test takers, thank you very much for watching this video. And my sincere request to you all is, please watch this video, and if at all you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if possible, please share this video with your near and dear ones. And I am going to upload 4 more videos on TET examinations. They are all on previous question papers. So these 4 videos are going to be uploaded very shortly. Please subscribe to my channel, and you can get all those notifications soon after it's uploaded. Okay, thank you so much once again all.